Whoa, put the toaster down. This is not the first time this country has been run by a candidate who's made questionable life choices. It's been going on since the birth of this fabulously racist country. Take our first president and Mount Rushmore heartthrob. Washington was a revolutionary badass who went up against the world's largest superpower and won. Man, Washington's so cool. I mean, just ask his slaves. And then there was John Adams, the inspiration for supervillain the Penguin. Remember the Boston Massacre when British soldiers shot into a crowd and killed 5 colonists? It was John Adams who worked as legal kung fu to keep those 18th century George Zimmermans out of jail. And in case that wasn't badass enough, as president, Adams signed this spunky new bill which made it illegal to criticize the federal government. Adams was so well loved that out of our first 3 presidents, he was the one left off of Mount Rushmore. Hardcore. What Jefferson meant to write in the Declaration of Independence was all men are created equal, except for the ones that I own. What a guy. He's even believed to foster children with his slaves. Guess he was just a slave 'em and date 'em kind of guy. He might not have been called Old Hickory because of his rock-hard abs, but Andrew Jackson did break a sweat showing his affection for the indigenous people of our country. Jackson loved Native Americans so much that he signed the Indian Removal Act of 1830, buying Native Americans a first-class ticket on the Trail of Tears Express, and moved them to the sweet resort in the middle of the country, really far from their homelands and personal histories. Now that's generous. Warren G. Harding. More like Warren G. hardly gets enough credit. This guy was so above the law that while the country was under Prohibition's watchful eye, he was getting crunk in the White House. Now I'll toast to that. Oh. Lyndon B. Johnson was so obsessed with his Johnson, which he creatively nicknamed Jumbo, that when people would walk in on him in the bathroom, he would swing around and ask them if they had ever seen anything so big in their lives. He was even known to urinate in the parking lot of the House office building so everyone can get a really good look at his stimulus package. Maybe that's why a monument of him was never erected. Richard Nixon. That's just too easy. Corruption, treason, Vietnam War, illegal bombings of Laos and Cambodia, using the IRS to go after political opponents. Oh, and this little thing called Watergate. I think it was about a water scandal. Our country has been run by controversial people from the very beginning. So the next time you find yourself holding a metal fork next to a power outlet, just remember, 12 US presidents owned slaves. 8 of them while they were in office. Trump doesn't own slaves. He hired contractors instead, and sometimes didn't pay them.